We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Hey, what's up? I watched a lot of movies this past weekend, and some of these I'm not going to give a full review, so I'm going to give you some quick reviews. Ready for them? Here we go. Yeah, so I did see Alto Knights, starring Robert De Niro in dual roles, where he is basically playing two mob bosses in New York named Frank Costello and Vito Genovese, and how their separate lives come into a collision course for war. And I can say this is boring as hell. Now, I'm not going to say it's boring as hell because it's Robert De Niro and the woke people don't like Robert because he don't like Trump. No, this movie's just boring because it follows the usual crime mob story, and the story is just not interesting. It's nothing against Mr. De Niro. He gives a good performance. It's nothing that I would say is memorable. But more than anything, it's just a very forgettable film, and I feel like this should have been one of those films that went to streaming instead of going to a theater, because it's got no promotion. It's not getting much love from the critics, and honestly, nobody's checking for it. Just because nobody's talking about it. I'm sorry, Alto Knights. My score for Alto Knights is a solid D. Nothing great. Solid D.
That's what she said.
Ash is a science fiction horror movie directed by Flying Lotus, and it does star Eiza Gonzalez, Aaron Paul, and other people. You know, woman's on a distant planet. She feels like she's the only one. She's basically the last person in her crew that's alive. And then she starts to be freaked out, doesn't know what's going on, doesn't remember anything. And then you've got Aaron Paul coming up out of nowhere, letting her know, hey, you're the leader, we got to get out of here. And then you start questioning some things. You know, this is a movie a lot of people can see a lot, especially with science fiction space movies. I feel like it was a really cool idea because I like Flying Lotus as a small-time director, and I love his music. This film is just okay, in all honesty. I'm not going to say that this movie is like super groundbreaking. I'd love to see more by Flying Lotus because he's got a cool overall idea and aspect of what he likes for movies. And I'd like to see him get something with a little bit more bigger of a budget. I feel like this movie was just fine. If you're a person that likes sci-fi thriller horrors, you'll enjoy this one, but I can't say that it's something that's memorable. It could definitely be like if you like David Koresh, it's right in there, or if you like Brandon Cronenberg, if you like his stuff, it's kind of in that realm of stuff. I would give this movie just a solid C+. I don't think it's something that you can sleep on, but I would definitely say people should go check it out and support it because it's really good. It'll probably be on Shudder very fast. I don't think it's going to make much in the movie theaters because me and all four people in my theater, you know, we were supporting original films, but you should too as well. Another movie I watched was Locked, and it does star Anthony Hopkins and Bill Skarsgård. And Bill Skarsgård is this guy that is down on his luck, breaks into this luxury SUV, and gets locked into there, and Anthony Hopkins starts playing these crazy games with him to where he's controlling the heat, the coldness, all this other things. It just wanted to be phone booth, in all honesty. It sucked. Like, it's supposed to be psychological horror, but I stopped caring 20 minutes in. I see why this was at a smaller theater, because my regular Regal did not carry it, and they were just like, nope. And I respect them for saying nope, because it was a waste of my time. Anthony Hopkins, I love him as Hannibal Lecter, but he's basically just sitting on a phone talking. And yeah, Bill Skarsgård, he gives a decent performance, but we know the usual. If Bill ain't got face paint or is dressed up or looking weird, ain't nobody checking for his movies, sadly. This is a D. If it was a Netflix movie, people would probably be loving this movie, saying it's so groundbreaking, but it's not good. Just a D.